están con nosotros esta mañana. De manera especial a aquellos que siguen la señal en vivo de esta conferencia de prensa en el país y en todos los rincones. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this broadcast. We're here broadcasting from the Archbishopric of Panama City with the presence of the directors of the communications of World Youth Day, of registration and hospitality, Archbishop of Panama. And we are also here with all the news agencies of Panama transmitting this moment that is a very important moment for the church and for the whole world. We count on your presence during this broadcasting, and we welcome all the news agencies who are here present with us, AFETV, to Telemetro, and all the companies who are here. We really thank you for your presence. There are news agencies from Colón and from all the other provinces of Panama. Thank you to the Canal of Misericordia and to all the people who are broadcasting this moment. I thank all the local organizing committee leaders who are here and all the people who are present. World Youth Day is an event of an international importance. And we are transmitting this to the whole world, announcing this great moment for the country and for the world. We're going to talk about the packages for pilgrims who want to attend, will apply for World Youth Day. I thank the presence of the Director of Registration and Hospitality, Edin Tolanilla, the Bishop, Monseñor José Domingo Ulloa. And I direct my word to the Bishop, and now the Bishop talks. Good morning to you all, especially to you of news agencies members and workers who are here and who are covering this moment in Panama and to the whole world. And thank you for the new technologies that provide this moment. I also thank for the presence of all the people who are supporting this moment, the people from the government, and the people who work for the local organizing committee. We would like to let you know that this announcement is not talking about the opening of the registration for pilgrims, but just informing, talking about the registration. I would like to let you know that just after Pope Francis inscribes himself, registers himself to World Youth Day, is that after it, we are going to have the possibility to register as well. And this will soon be announced. We are convoked here to present you the options of packages that the local organizing committee is able to provide to pilgrims who will participate in World Youth Day 2019 in Panama. We would like to clarify, let it clear, that nobody pays to see the Pope and to be with him. We just contribute for our accommodation, food, transportation, medical insurance, pilgrim kit, that in Panama, that will take place, of World Youth Day that will take place in Panama. And this will help you to be part of the World Youth Day. And so we would like to tell you about the costs of these services. We tried to make it the most accessible possible. And we'd like to remind you that by the registration, pilgrims are responsible of 75% of the expenses of World Youth Day. That means that pilgrims who participate in this event have clear the principle of solidarity and responsibility, and understand that when one receives something from the Lord, as for example living an experience that will mark his life positively forever, and that will help them to find out their project of life. In this way, just in this way, we can understand the effort and work of those. We can understand the importance of participating and paying for a package, applying for a package. We don't want to see any young person who was sad of participating in World Youth Day. We want everybody to be happy to participate and to apply for this event. And each pilgrim who joins a World Youth Day will see that they are not just paying for an event, but they are contributing for an event. And this will help them to share all as one the same experience. And here we have many companies, many people, many families who are helping World Youth Day in this time of preparation. And this is what expresses the solidarity of the people. And from each pilgrim, we see the participation of someone who is going to contribute and to form this event. We take this moment also to salute all the young people who are watching this moment. We invite everyone to access www.panama2019.pa to watch this moment in the English page of World Youth Day. Now Edin Solanilla, the Director of Registration and Hospitality, is going to speak. Good morning. Good morning. To present the theme of options of packages, it's important to understand what we are going to what we are going to talk about. The options are going to guide each group to how they can apply for the event. There are three types of packages. Option A, there is only 1 week. It's the whole week. The B option, there is going to be for those who are going to join World Youth Day just on Saturday and Sunday. And C, option C, is going to be just covering the vigil and the Sunday day. And the services of World Youth Day is accommodation, food, transportation. And all packages, it doesn't matter the number of people they have, they're going to have included the kit of pilgrims, pilgrim kit, transportation, and medical insurance for each of the pilgrims who want to apply for World Youth Day. These three types of services will be provided in all the packages of World Youth Day. The A option, option A, is going to be the complete option to apply for World Youth Day. Contribution for this option, A1, from Monday to 21st, it includes the services of food and everything that is included, and it's going to cost $230. And this package that has 1 plus, it's going to have, it means this 1 plus means that you're going to have 1 day more that offer you the same services as before. This one that has A1 plus is going to cost $250. Continuing with option A, we're going to have an option A2, and it costs $205. And it does not give you the opportunity to have accommodation, but you have all the other necessities, all the other services of what was mentioned before: medical insurance, food, not accommodation. A3, contribution will be of $180, $215. The last package of A option, it doesn't have accommodation, not even food. And the cost of this package will be $95. Option B covers Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and the services are B1 will cost $120. B1 also have a package that is called by Plus. B1 Plus will have the option to stay 1 day more. It extends for 1 day if you need, and it costs $140. B2 package, it will be the same coverage, and it will cost $100. But it will require, it will just cover the food service. And the services that all packages cover. Option C is for participating in Virgil and final Mass of Sunday. For this option, we just have one package, and this C1 will cost $50. We would have the basic service that belong to every package, but it won't have the services of accommodation and food. And these are the services that we count that we are going to have during World Youth Day. So groups and communities may organize themselves from this information and can register choosing one of these options to participate in World Youth Day. After register, pilgrims were going to be received by the country. Itzel is going to talk about the services, the accommodation, the welcoming of pilgrims who are going to come to Panama. As Soto mentioned, registration and hospitality is going to work during whole World Youth Day. What is hospitality? It is to receive, it's to welcome, it's a fraternal welcoming that we're going to give, to offer to the young people from the world. And it's the moment that we are going to put into practice love as what the gospel tells us to do. Let's think a little bit. What would happen if I would have the opportunity to travel to another country? What am I going to expect? How do I want them to treat me? Pilgrims are not expecting for lust. Pilgrims are not expecting. Pilgrims are expecting to have the best experience of their lives, of fraternity, love, and peace. And what can we do, Panamanian people, to welcome them? Even if we do not speak the same language, we can hug, we can open our hearts, let fears apart, be careful and attention people. Let's learn every day. Let's learn every day. Every day we learn new things. And this is not going to be just for World Youth Day, but for our whole life. Let's show that we are a happy people, a people that is welcoming and who is rich in its customs and culture. People who know how to deal and how to cope with the people who come from other countries. Dear priests, we ask you, we invite you to keep the work on the parishes, the dialogue with the people who leads the World Youth Day organization. At last, I invite the social medias, because we're going to start the sensibilization and the capacitation in order to be one of the most welcoming countries that has hosted World Youth Day. Now we pass the word to Victor Chang, the Secretary of World Youth Day. Good morning. I salute everyone. In every World Youth Day, we have provided a cost for each pilgrim. This is to help pilgrims, because if they come by their own responsibility, it will be more difficult. So we want to help them in this way, transportation, accommodation. And also, the packages will offer a better experience, living a better experience in the central event, in the main event. So we try to have a cost that would not be so expensive. Our costs cannot be the same of the other World Youth Days because it depends on each country how it works. So it's not the first time that World Youth Day that someone pays for a World Youth Day as to apply as a pilgrim of World Youth Day. And we also count on a fund that help other countries to participate in World Youth Day. There are some countries that have difficulties to come to join this event, so there is the Fund of Solidarity to help these people who want to participate and who do not have money. Now we pass the word to Father Romulo, one of the responsibles of World Youth Day. I'd like to tell the people who are watching this conference that we are trying to do everything to help you, to bring your groups and your communities to this World Youth Day in Panama that will take place in 2019, January 2019. All people who are, including the Archbishop, is working full-time for World Youth Day, unceasingly. So for now, to all our brothers and sisters from the other countries who are waiting for this moment, we invite you to prepare yourselves, because we are expecting many pilgrims, including here in Panama. The people are doing great efforts in order to accommodate as more as possible. So we exhort everyone to prepare yourselves and organize your groups, because we are waiting for you here in our country, in Panama, in 2019. We're going to start the ask and questions and responses and answers moment. Before asking, we need to clarify that when I register myself, I contribute with the Solidarity Fund. And this will help many people. So it's important to clarify that it's important to contribute with solidarity, because we are responsible for one another in these contributions. I'd like to ask you a question to the Bishop. I'd like to ask you about the place that will welcome the people who are coming, where we will have the main events, if it will be able to welcome all the pilgrims who are interested to come. We start by the end. Yes, the people from migration, the migratory system is already organizing them and the developments go well. How many young people are coming to Panama? We don't know. Until November, when registration will be done, we are going to know. But what we need to do is to foresee what we can do to accommodate as the maximum as possible. And events like these need plan A, B, C, D in order to provide the best as possible to the pilgrims. The main aim of Odious Day are the young people. So what we need to be worried is not about the place where the young people are going to have this experience, but I mean, the main thing is to have to give the young people the best experience they may have. How are we going to do? What are we going to do with the young people who are going to be accommodated in the poor zones of Panama? Have you already had a dialogue with the police of Panama of the safety of young people? What are you going to do about that? The bishop answers, this is an important theme to talk about that, and we will have a conference to present all this project of safety in the country. But I feel safe, I feel calm that we want to tell the young people we will planify better, and we give this answer in another moment to all pilgrims, but don't be afraid about that. When other packages will be offered, we'll be able for us to apply for them. When it starts, the bishop says, when the first pilgrim, Pope Francis, registers himself. Immediately after Pope Francis registers, the general and international registration is opened. And we can insist that nobody pays to see the Pope. Just contribute to this great event. And also, the pilgrim kit will be a very good gift to remember Odious Day. And I invite everybody to have this pilgrim kit. About the costs of packages. Are the people opening the doors of their houses to welcome the pilgrims? And what about the costs? The costs, when we talk about accommodation, it's about centers of hospitality. The hospitality of the family houses is part of the contribution. But we are also going to have big centers of hospitality and welcoming. And the committee is also organizing all the costs for the pilgrims who want to stay in other places, if not in family houses. We're talking about with the hotels and all the other things, or the other hospitality and welcoming places, to offer best price for everyone. We are trying also to adequate the places to have the best, to welcome in the best way pilgrims who are coming from other places. Good morning. I'd like to ask you, following by the line, I'd like to know what will be the cost of the families, how much it will cost to participate in World Youth Day. There is a package that will cover all the costs. Here we do not have the percentage. We have the experience that this cost does not cover everything of World Youth Day. We know that it costs a lot when we go to another country. It costs a lot for us to spend one only day. But this is a contribution. And also, that's what it means, the Fund of Solidarity. Registration. When will it be the registration of World Youth Day? Registration for the main events. We also have the registration for the days in dioceses. And all Panama, Costa Rica, and Nicaragua will have a place of welcoming. And if I want to go to another place in days in dioceses, this is part of the plan of World Youth Day, and we already have a dialogue with these organizations of each diocese of Prayer World Youth Day. Talking about days in dioceses, we'll have the same cost for them, or it's a different cost. Days in dioceses are 5 days, and we need to contribute with $50, if I'm not wrong. Young people who have already attended to World Youth Day. These are the main days, one of the most important days of World Youth Day. So we want to invite everybody to participate in Days in Dioceses because it's one of the strongest experience that one can have. I have understood that all packages include transportation. And how is logistic going to do with that? And how many families have already inscribed themselves, registered to welcome pilgrims? About the transportation, we are still trying to negotiate with the companies of public transportation in Panama, especially of buses. And we are trying to provide a special transportation card to pilgrims. But we're going to talk about this in another opportunity. we have an aim of having 200,000 families to welcome pilgrims. We know that everybody wants to open their house, and we exhort them, please do open your houses to welcome pilgrims. We are also going to have other spaces to welcome pilgrims, as schools, churches. But those families, we are trying to improve the places that will welcome the pilgrims in gymnasiums, in churches, trying to organize everything. And we want to provide a place for the pilgrims to leave their baggages, their stuff in a safe place, and also to provide them a good toilet, a good bathroom for them to take their shower, etc. Do Panamanian people need to pay for the costs? Are they going to pay the same as the people who are coming from other countries? Are they going to have all the services of other pilgrims? Yes, the costs of participation, the contribution, it's what we have just presented. But talking about pilgrims, so in fact, we have the same tools, the same system of registration that was used in Krakow. So we're going to accept payments once the registration is done. The people who are going to register in these first months, they're going to have a 10% discount. And the director of registration is talking about the types of discount and that we're going to have during this year of the people who are going to register in the beginning, and about the possibilities of payment in 2 lumps or in just 1 lump. That will depend on the date that you're going to register your group. So we invite everyone to register as soon as possible so that you may have the discounts and pay in a better way, in a more accessible way for you. So what we need to have in our mind is which option I'm going to choose to participate in World Youth Day, and how I'm going to contribute for it. But money won't be an obstacle for a pilgrim who wants to have an experience of World Youth Day. We don't want that to be a problem for anyone. About credit card payment, it will be possible. The payments will be offered by credit card payments and also bank transfers. Payment is in dollars. So each each group, each conference is going to be responsible for their own payments. Any other question? I'd like to thank you all for this moment, and we invite you for the next Saturday to be we're going to have an event in Cinta Costera, and it will be an important moment. So we invite everyone to participate and to watch, because it will be broadcasted as well. God does great things in the simple people and the humble ones. So that's how Panama is organizing the country, because we are not afraid about what God is entrusting us. He is entrusting us a great thing, and we are very happy to welcome everyone. This is a church event. It's a national event, and it's for international people, for everyone. So everywhere you go, we are very happy to see our flag and our people, and the people talking about Panama. And Panama will be transformed in the headquarters of worldwide youth. And we cannot forget this. Pope Francis is coming, and he's bringing fire of hope to the young people and to the whole world. So thank you, all the social media, the internet, and the people who are accessing this moment. We are waiting for you in 2019. And the people from Panama is waiting for you. Thank you for participating in this moment. It's a great joy to have you, and we are counting on your presence. If you have more questions about what was talked about here in this conference, you can access the website and have more information about what was talked about the options of packages, and about what is going to be offered for you to participate. So we invite you to organize your groups and movements and parishes and bring all the young people to this country. We are waiting for you. Thanks a lot for your presence, and see you in the next broadcasting of World Youth Day 2019 in Panama. Thank you.